trees are incredibly heavy. I mean, even the limbs, we had a 30-foot limb fall, through our roof, so, and those can be pretty heavy too, so it can be scary.
Our huge Friday windstorm again revealing a silent threat. We have learned 3 things to look for so you can tell if the trees on your property are in danger of toppling over in our next windstorm. And a Russian warship moves toward U.S. Navy ships responsible for airstrikes on a Russian-backed Syrian airbase. What analysts say needs to happen before U.S. officials consider any more action against Syria. And the future of fishing, how wildlife officials are making sure the next generation of fishermen help preserve Oregon's natural beauty.
This is KGW News at 5.
Taking a live look from our Wells Fargo Skycam on this 5 o'clock on your Saturday. Breaks of sun and clouds today. A lot calmer today compared to the howling wind we saw yesterday. Crews still busy restoring power all around the metro area. Right now, a total of 21,000 people are without electricity, according to PGE and Pacific Power. Tree branches knocked out the power to this stoplight at Southwest 72nd and Upper Boones Ferry in Lake Oswego. Crews cleared them and got the light back on earlier today. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Nina Melhoff. The big question, how long is this nice-ish weather going to stick around? Brian Brennan is up on our roof with the latest on the forecast. Not a bad day, Brian.
Yeah, not too bad at all. I wish you could see what I'm seeing on the roof right now. I have blue skies and sunshine behind me, and then over the West Hills, I'm watching a shower just pass by. Pretty cool weather pattern we have right now, cool and showery. As you look at the Wells Fargo Skycam, I think you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. You see some dark clouds, also some sun breaking through those clouds. Our next Skycam, Newport. Been beautiful all day, 52-ish degrees. It's been a cool day, and as we look at our next graphic here, our satellite and radar showing, there are definitely some showers around. We have to watch the radar pretty closely this afternoon. There have been some showers moving through with some decent-sized hail. Accumulating hail can make the road slick, but as we see the sun drop down, we'll move towards our day planner. As we see the sun drop, we'll also see these showers dwindle out, and tomorrow actually looks a real nice, like a real nice day, especially for the first part of the day. I think rain starts moving in around 5 p.m. or so. We have some wet weather this week. We also have a couple dry days. We'll tell you all about that in the full forecast. Nina.
Doesn't sound too bad. Brian, thanks. Lots of people still dealing with the aftermath of yesterday's storm. Well, a senior living center in Tualatin was without power for a day and a half. And you can imagine, not good for those folks who need a lot of care equipment. But a local church came by to help them out. KGW's Art Edwards is there live tonight. Art, what's the status now?
Yeah, well, they were able to get the power back on. They've got it on. It was about 2 hours ago that it came back on. You know, it was a church called the Portland Christian Center that came by, offer some support, also do a concert. It helped make what was really a challenging time go a little bit better for a lot of people. The sound of music filled one of the meeting rooms at the Farmington Square Senior Community. Members of the Portland Christian Center came to the community to put on an impromptu concert. When the strong wind blew through Tualatin Friday morning, they lost power here and at the church. It was all hands on deck at Farmington Square to make sure that everyone was comfortable. The church had a concert already scheduled for today, but without power, they were going to have to cancel. That's when they decided to come here. The kids handed out blankets to residents and did whatever they could to help make them feel comfortable. Then they started with the music. It began with the room lit by candles. Along the way, the lights came back on. It did wonders for the people living here and also went a long way to help the kids with the concert they had been looking forward to.
And the residents have just had a blast with it, and we've talked to them about their experience, and they've said it really brought everybody together. And those times of crisis, when you're not really sure what to do, they all came together, and it brought them together as a team and family community. And to bring the church in also was very special.
So now things are pretty much back to normal out here at Farmington Square in Tualatin. But you know what? This is going to be a few days that people will remember for a long time to come. Back to you.
Love to see those kids helping out. Art, thanks.
Small issues that normally wouldn't come up will when there's big winds. It's going to bring out the Achilles heel.
And that Achilles heel proved disastrous over and over again yesterday. Take a look at this video out of Lake Oswego. Crews using a giant crane to lift 2 fallen trees off a home there. Scenes like this, a dime a dozen today. And tonight we're told in most cases the wind is only partially to blame. KGW's Maggie Vespa has more.
Yeah, good evening. Tree experts tell us they hear this all the time. Homeowners in the Pacific Northwest think the trees around their house are perfectly healthy until a storm like the one that we had yesterday rolls in and proves otherwise. 2 massive firs sliced into real-life Lincoln logs.
And you realize how big they are.
And lifted off this Lake Oswego home.
I mean, they're cutting them into like 8-foot pieces, but I can't imagine how much they weigh.
It was an hours-long job and one that James Weiss says could have been predicted.
This tree here was root rot. With the winds yesterday, it just went ahead and brought that out, and the tree ended up coming over.
Yesterday's winds took that first rotted tree down, he says. On the way, that tree hit another healthy one, toppling it too. No one was hurt, but across the Portland area, that wasn't always the case. One man yesterday died after being hit by a falling limb. In another case, a 12-year-old girl was pinned by a tree that crashed onto her home. Weiss didn't work on either one of those scenes, but says the majority of the time, even in winds as strong as those we saw yesterday, healthy trees don't topple.
Small issues that normally wouldn't come up will when there's big winds. It's going to bring out the Achilles heel.
He advises giving all trees in your yard a thorough once-over. Look for conchs, he says, or mushrooms growing from the base of the tree. Experts also recommend looking for holes where branches may have fallen. Finally, if the trunk is leaning or losing leaves from the outside in, it may be rotting in some form. Either way, Weiss recommends having an arborist check your trees at least once a year. Neighbors say even so, this is a fact of life.
One of the pros and cons of living in a wooded area, and every single time this happens, at least one of the neighbors gets impaled. Even our house has been impaled twice, so it's kind of scary.
Maggie Vespa, KGW News.
Another big question that comes to mind during these big storms, who pays for it all? Well, experts say if your neighbor's tree falls on your house, you have to file the claim. Your homeowner's insurance should cover at least some of the cost for repairs and removal. You can find a lot more pictures and video of the damage along with our reports from around the area on our website at kgw.com. We now know the names of the 4 people who died when their small plane crashed north of Eugene yesterday. Deputies say 67-year-old Mark Aletke was flying a family of 3 from Van Nuys, California to Eugene. The bodies of 42-year-old John Zitting, his wife, 37-year-old Karen, and their 17-year-old son, John, were found inside the wreckage. The plane went down in a field near the small town of Harrisburg. Witnesses described powerful winds at the time. Investigators are now trying to determine how much the weather or technical issues factored into the crash. Swedish police now have a suspect in custody for that terror attack in downtown Stockholm. Investigators say the 39-year-old man was born in Uzbekistan. They believe he's the driver who rammed a stolen beer truck straight into a popular department store yesterday, killing 4 people and injuring 15 others. Police on the scene also found what could have been a bomb, but they aren't ready to say that for sure. Flowers now mark the spot where the attack happened. Sweden will observe a day of mourning on Monday. That suspect is expected to face a judge before Tuesday. Officials say they will keep up the pressure on Syria following the missile attack on a Syrian airbase this week. Richard Engel has more from the Turkey border on the challenges facing the Trump administration taking on a Russia-backed Syria.
There is still fallout from that cruise missile strike that the U.S. carried out on a Syrian military base, the same base that U.S. officials say the Syrian regime of President Bashar al-Assad used to launch a deadly chemical weapons attack last week. Russia, the ally of Bashar al-Assad, clearly doesn't want a war with Washington, but Moscow is signaling very clearly that it does not want to see any more strikes like these. Also, Russia's putting skin in the game, sending a warship into the Mediterranean armed with its own cruise missiles. Russia had already said that it's increasing air defenses in Syria. Very clear signs that while Russia may have been willing to tolerate a one-off strike, it does not want to see this become a pattern. We are now along the border between Turkey and Syria. This is an active border crossing. This is the same place where some of those victims were brought out of Syria into Turkey, and autopsies carried out on those victims have confirmed that a nerve agent was used. The U.S., after this chemical attack, appears to be emboldened, with the UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, saying that the U.S. might consider more strikes against Syria should they be necessary. But critics are saying that the U.S. needs to really sharpen its policy on Syria before considering any more action, because as it is right now, the U.S. is bombing ISIS and al-Qaeda in Syria and also bombing the Syrian regime, effectively attacking two opposing sides in the Syrian civil war. Richard Engel, NBC News, along the Turkish-Syrian border.
Coming up here on KGW, they were dodging and weaving in Silverton today. What brought out these teams for a family-friendly dodgeball tournament?
What are you going to do with them now?
I'm going to take them home and eat them.
Yeah, let's eat them. How state officials are teaching the next generation about responsible wildlife management. And another whopper of a fish story where this great white shark got stuck in a shallow cove near surfers.